Last year I wanted a new backpacking tent, so I made one using the Dubber Designs Kensho 2 pattern. I figured it was time to change gears a little bit this week, so I'll be going into some of the details of the trekking pole tent that I made last year. This video won't be a how-to video, but more a long-term review and tour of the tent that I've spent dozens of nights in at this point. I'll show you some of the modifications that I made to the pattern, as well as some of the things that I would do differently. How's it going, guys? I am out on a winter backpacking trip, and I thought I'd give you a quick tour of my backpacking tent. So, here it is behind me. It is the Kensho 2 pattern made by Dubber Designs. Super solid guy. He's on YouTube. I'll put a link to the tent in the description. But he has some awesome plans. I think it was like $15 to get the plans. And then you can make this killer tent for yourself, and it's a heck of a lot cheaper than if you buy it. So I'll give you some details. I'll dive in here. So to start out, I've got line locks on all of the tie-outs. They give you infinite tightening possibilities. So I've got them on all 6 corners, and then the 2 roof tie-outs. Here we have the door panel section, and again, with this pattern, it kind of gives you the possibility for infinite customizations. So I'm going to show you here. Say it's like a warm summer night, you can actually just tie the tent itself, and then right now I've got the door staked out, but if I take that door off, I can just tie the tent itself up and then tie both doors up, and both sides are open. You get a nice breeze. It's assuming there's no rain in the forecast. But if it's windy or cold, like it is today, it works pretty well keeping the wind out. So here we are on the inside of the tent, and you can see the Dubber Kensho designs kind of have just a rainbow zipper. I kind of took this design from the REI Half Dome, which I also have. It's a good car camping or starting off backpacking tent. But this gives you the ability to just kind of tuck it in up there. Everything's out of the way. You're not traipsing in over the door. And I do have a little dog that would definitely wreck the door if we had it on the floor. So got some tie outs on the inside, like you saw the pocket here, and we've got some pockets on each of the corners here. That was in addition to the design. The pattern's pretty bare bones, but it gives you a lot of good ideas for customizations, and really just leaves it open to you. This is my latest modification. I put a circular reinforcement patch and then staked it out, pulled it out, and you can see on the head end over here, you can see it gives you all kinds of headspace, because without this it's down here, and then if the wind blows or if hail accumulates on the tent, you're just getting whacked with the tent roof. One other thing I want to mention is this attempt at a condensation flap, and you can see I can close it up decently well here, keep the rain out, but I wouldn't recommend this design. I tried to take it off of some tent ideas I found online. I wouldn't recommend that. I don't know what I would recommend for condensation, but it was an attempt, and I think it does help a little bit, but who knows. I think this is going to be the better modification here to keep the roof off your face and slapping you in the face with wet, cold tent. So just one more thing I want to mention is the bathtub floor here. It's kept me dry in basically a flood. There was about 3 inches of water underneath the tent. It was sloshing around when I would move, and it kept me completely dry. So this thing is storm tested, wind tested. It's a really solid design. The trekking poles here are just my normal trekking poles, telescoping trekking poles, and it sets up at about 115 centimeters. give or take, and that's definitely adjustable depending on how much wind protection you want. So that is my Kensho 2 make your own gear backpacking tent. It weighs about 34 ounces. It packs up into about the size of a football, and I just love it. It's been on probably 20 or 30 nights by now, and it's held up. It's durable. I don't have to carry a footprint because of the material choice. Yeah, I would definitely recommend you give that pattern a shot. It's quite the sewing project, but you know, it's a good winter project if you're stuck inside, or I don't know. I built it during quarantine, so. Alright, and I'll give you guys a quick teardown video to show you how easy it is. The first round, I just go around and collect the stakes. Alright, so I got them disconnected from the trees. I just grabbed by the corners. Shake the snow off the bottom. I'll put a link in the description to the original video that the designer of the tent put out, as well as the main fabrics that I used in the tent. Overall, I've been really happy with this tent. It's held up through lots of different types of weather, and though I haven't tried it in a snowstorm yet, I think it would hold up alright if I pitch it height enough. What do you think? Next week I'll be back to trip videos, but in the meantime, let me know what you think about the format of this week's episode. Until next time, try to get outside a bit, or at least build something, so that when the summer comes around, you can get outside more and enjoy it.